So it's the first morning back, just got up and had a really good night's sleep. So the most important thing is now to find out how much weight I've put on. I'm a bit scared, but we'll see. So I will let you know that a bit later on, because I'm going to go and rush upstairs and get ready for work. But I'm going to weigh myself now, and then we're going to have a look at the board later. Tide and time waits for no man, they say. The tide ebbs in and ebbs out and ebbs in and ebbs out. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. It's never ending since the beginning of time. Is that? I got my... What have I got today? I've got Middle Eastern style rice salad with rice, scrumptious jumbo raisins, chickpeas and drizzled with spice vinaigrette dressing. How things have changed from last week when I was sitting in Tenerife and just helping myself to anything I wanted to eat. And the other thing is that I'm actually working on my own now, because my son has got a job in a factory now where he's nice and warm inside, where it was freezing this morning. It was like -3 this morning when I woke up. But I'm out, I'm active, I'm working, I'm alive, I'm happy, and got to accept change. That's something that we who suffer with anxiety struggle with, is the uncertainty of things that are going to happen, and we worry about change. We worry, what if this and what if that, and anxiety is all currently based, or all is based around future events and how we can actually control them, which is something very difficult, because you can't control the future because it hasn't happened yet. You can plan, but things change. I planned on having Mark working with me this week. It changed. I woke up this morning, everything was okay, and I had a phone call and things changed. Well, you've got to accept change. There was nothing I could do about that. So there's a roll-on effect then throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, and you know, I got to do less work because I haven't got the manpower now. But on the other hand, I don't have to pay a wage, so that's a plus. So I've got to reschedule my life. I've also got to reschedule what I'm actually doing as far as work is concerned. And anyway, I'm not worried about that, because it is what it is, and it has to be what it has to be, and I just got to accept that. And that's what anxiety is. But I don't want to have my food. I'm going to talk a bit more about that later on. So I'm in the gym after a fantastic day in work today, and I did talk a little bit about anxiety there. I will come back onto that on another video, but I want to talk about the holiday. I had a fantastic holiday. I ate and drunk, as you know, and it was a lovely place, was Tenerife. So as you can see, I enjoyed that holiday immensely. Now, before I left, I was looking at the board, and I weighed before I went, and I was 12 stone 8.2. 12 stone 8.2. I estimated a 6 to 8 pound gain. I thought I would weigh 13 stone 1.5 pound on my return. I actually weighed today, and I was 13 stone, yes, 2.8. So that equates to 184 pound if you're in the USA. So before I went, I was 176 pound. So that means I've actually gained 8 pound, and that's what I thought I would do, between 6 and 8 pound. So that's good. I'm within my tolerance level, because my healthy weight, my goal weight, the weight I want to maintain, really, just bending down, the goal I want to maintain is around about 13 stone 2 pound. Now, in order for me to get that weight in mass rather than fat. I need to drop weight to build muscle. And so I put a bit of weight on there, but I'm not surprised because I know I have grown a little bit of muscle, not that much. 2 pound of that is most probably going to be water. So that's going to take me to about 6 pound. And I reckon I put a bit of fat on because I can feel it around my midriff, around the old belly there. I can feel a little bit of fat there, but that's nothing that can't be burnt off within the next couple of weeks. So there you go. I'm quite interested to see how this journey is going to pan out. So I want to get back down to 12 stone 8.2. So I need to lose 8 pound, and I'm going to be doing that within the next couple of weeks. So just follow my progress here. As from tomorrow, I'm going to start keeping track of my protein, my carbs, my fat, my fiber, my sugar, and my salt. And that's what I'm looking at. My diet plan at the moment. My maintenance plan, which I was on before I went, was this one, which is 176 grams of protein, 232 grams of carbs and fats, and that was maintenance of 2,100 calories, muscle gain 2,452 calories. Now, the funny thing is, when I was on holiday, this is a dessert that I had. This is a dessert that I had. One night, which was nothing but chocolate and ice cream. It was chocolate fudge, it was chocolate mousse, it was ice cream. There was over 1,000 calories on this plate. And did I mind? Not really, no. I did drink copious amounts of alcohol as well, a lot of gin, a lot of red wine. So that accounts for a lot of dehydration, really. I was very dehydrated. I'm still dehydrated. My mouth is still dry. So I've been drinking water all day today. It's going to take me a couple of days to get my hydration back up. So I know that the more water I drink in, the more hydrated I'm going to get, and the more water that's going to be flushed out through my system, because besides from the heat and the alcohol, that leads to dehydration, and people don't realize that. And so I was averaging on each meal. So I was having breakfast, I was having a bowl of cereal with some Greek yogurt. So there was like cornflakes and stuff. Then I'd have a cooked breakfast. I'd have like 2 pieces of bacon, 1 sausage, some beans. I'd have a couple of fried eggs, some hash browns. And then that would be my breakfast. Maybe a croissant and a couple of cups of coffee. And then lunch would consist of a bowl of soup, whatever that was, led by a small salad and something, because I had to be healthy. Led by then another meal which could have contained something like some potatoes and some steak and some veg and stuff like that. And the veg was very high because it was, although it was sauteed, the amount of olive oil they were actually pouring in these pans was unbelievable. You've got no control over any of this. So I thought, well, better to enjoy my holiday. And I was mindful of what I was eating, but then I'd have a pudding, so I'd have a little bit of ice cream or something like that. Then I'd have evening meal, which consisted again of possibly some soup or a salad to start, and then another big dinner of chicken or salmon or what else? There was langoustines, like there was big prawn things, and there was rice, and then there was another pudding, and then there was at least a bottle of wine or a couple of glasses of wine every night. So I was eating in excess of 5,000 calories a day. Now, I did exercise a little bit, which as you can see on this particular picture there. However, even though I've kept my metabolism rate up, I was swimming, I was walking, and I was doing a bit of exercise in the gym, my metabolism rate was up. So really, I was burning, and I know by going on my Fitbit, I was burning 3,000 calories a day, because that's what I burn on average every day now, is 3,000 calories. So, but I was plus 2,000 calories at least every day. So I'm not surprised I put a bit of weight on. But I didn't mind that because I'd already decided that I knew that my weight gain was going to be between 6 and 8 pounds, so it was acceptable. Now the hard work starts. So follow me again tomorrow, and we'll start off then. I'm having a couple of days off from the training because I was doing a lot of training, a lot of weightlifting in Tenerife. So I need a bit of recovery time. My legs are aching, and my job has changed now. I'll talk about that again. But for now, I'm going to sign off, and you'll see me weighing again in the morning, and then going through my normal board as I've been doing. So, and we'll have another chat about anxiety possibly tomorrow as well. So until then, bye.